Good morning from the hotel in Singapore. It's 5:45 and time to leave and catch the subway, go out to where I'm gonna start walking in Singapore. I would have even gotten out earlier, but the crazy thing is that the subway here runs from 6:05. This is the first one, which compared to Germany where the buses and everything starts probably at 4:30, I find it quite amazing that it's they're starting so late. Anyways, let's head out, go to the MRT station. Off to the MRT station, taking the green line basically back to the airport and even further behind the airport with the bus. Gonna start all the way east, walking through all of Singapore, east to west, about 80 kilometers. So let's go see how long it's gonna take and what we can find in Singapore. And here is my bus, number 35, just at the EZ link card. Okay, let's get on the bus and get to the last corner of Singapore, basically behind the airport. Well, it's a double-decker, then why not go upstairs? Feels like in Hong Kong. And there's still some space up here. Okay. I'm off the bus, basically in the middle of nowhere, all the way at the easternmost corner, basically, of Singapore, just behind the new runway and the extensions of Changi Airport. I think it's just workers and guys working here at the construction site of the Changi Airport who ride with the bus here. I think I'm again a rare tourist heading this way, because all the people, whatever, they're heading from Changi Airport, the main terminals, to the city, but nobody coming out here behind the airport. So this is my starting point for today, and the train ride, the bus ride, just awesome. Singapore has a really excellent public transport system, so it's easy to get anywhere in the city. I wish they would start a little bit earlier. There is one thing about Singapore compared to many other cities here in Southeast Asia, that it's a very clean city. There are many fines and rules, so you stick to them and everything is fine. People, whatever, don't litter. People, they're not allowed to chew a chewing gum, whatever, spit it out on the road. No drinking, eating, smoking on public transportation. Big fines, $500,000. So people would expect that Singapore is completely clean, right? And me walking around Singapore, I was the first thing I was wondering if I'm gonna find a place where actually there is just like a lot of garbage, like I would find in Jakarta or whatever, in some other parts in Kuala Lumpur, like we saw a couple days ago. And just as I got off the bus here at the Changi Airport, look at this here. So I think there's just some construction workers when they come off the bus here or with their bike, and they're eating, and just the easiest way to get rid of the garbage is just in these bushes here. So first thing, I did find some place where people just throw things out into the nature. Singapore protects its borders so good. They even, along the Changi Airport here, along the waterfront, there's CCTV camera in operation. So basically they're looking out for any suspicious vessels, anything coming ashore here, bringing some goods to Singapore, anything. So they would even have signs around here. I noticed many of them saying, if you see any weird things going on, basically somebody bringing in anything, unloading, like people swimming and bringing in something, so you call the police and report. They really want to keep their country no drugs, no whatever, any things which are not supposed to be in Singapore, keeping them out, and all people trying to smuggle things in, being prosecuted. So if you're traveling to Singapore and think it's a good idea to bring anything illegal into Singapore, don't do it. They are on the watch for everything suspicious happening, so just let it be. Is this not awesome? Walking in Singapore along the Changi Bay. There's a public toilet here along the shore. Just when you're walking, here there's a plane taking off here, Singapore Airlines. Let's check out. Do you have to pay anything? No. No. A lot of toilets here, 2 pissoirs, and even, let's check, soap is here, water. Oh my god, that's Singapore for you. Look at this, guys. I'm on my knees. I just almost stepped on a small lizard, so tiny you can barely even see it, and it's just sitting here on the ground. I put a $1 coin. Look how small. That's amazing. So tiny. Never seen anything like this in my life. We are here at the northernmost tip of the Changi airport, where it's like a plane every minute taking off, even now behind me. It's one of the busiest airports in Asia. Singapore is one of the most important aviation hubs here in the region, with I don't know, like 60-70 million passengers every year. And wherever I look here, there's construction around. They're expanding the Changi airport to serve as twice as many passengers by 2040. So they're building, there's 4 terminals by now, and there's gonna be a terminal 5 in the next whatever 10 years, who's gonna double the capacity of Singapore, which is kind of really crazy. Singapore is so big into whatever, anything like you can imagine, like economics, finance, aviation, one of the biggest ports. It's so much going on in such a small country, so that's really crazy. Thumbs up, Singapore, really great. I have walked 9 kilometers, so it's time to get something to drink. We gotta buy water, so let's grab this one here. Gotta have some on my way. $1.20. Welcome to Tampines. That's the biggest district, or most populated district, in all of Singapore. This whole area here is being built up from scratch, completely new, and a little bit taller than the old housing here in Tampines. It's all because of the Changi airport, so close nearby here, and then they have to keep it a little bit lower than in Malaysia, where you have like 50-60 stories tall residential buildings. But anyways, there's 300,000 people live here, and the demand for housing is just growing and growing. There's many immigrants here in Singapore too. Every year, I don't know, like 20-30,000, and it's a popular country here in Southeast Asia. So as you can see, it's a big whatever neighborhood, just probably for 10,000 people, just what you see here. Singapore's public toilets are awesome. Just a small refreshment, washing my face and cooling down. And plus, you use the toilets, they are nice, clean, there's soap, water, and they're free of charge. So I saved some money today. Instead of paying 50 cents, I keep 50 cents. Another great thing is there's a water fountain here, So I'm gonna use my water bottle and refill it. So I'm gonna make a short break here because there's some nice benches and chairs here in the park. We are still in Tampines at the Bedok Reservoir here, nice lake, nice fresh breeze here. So just a short break and then keep going. This park here at Bedok Reservoir saved my ass now. It's almost noon and it's so nice and green here, and you can feel the breeze from the water here, from the reservoir. And just drinking a lot of water now, and I'm fit to continue. Otherwise in the sun, the worst of it is really that I'm sweating and everything is going into my eyes. It starts burning and then it's not pleasant anymore. But when you cool off just for a second and my eyes get dry, then it's and I'm just fine. I can walk no matter what, but like I say, it's the other stuff which makes it annoying. Now we're getting into the older part of the city as we're getting closer to the city center. So no more high-rise buildings. It's kind of more like from the colonial time here in Singapore. Old shops, restaurants around here. This is how Singapore looked like, I don't know, I think prior to World War II. Singapore is considered to be one of the cleanest cities on earth. I saw many signs which say littering, the fine would be up to $10,000. If it's your first time and they catch you, it's $2,000, and still doesn't hold people from littering. I always thought Singapore is so clean, but on my walk through the whole city, I'm seeing way too much garbage around. Like at this bus station, you have a McDonald's cup, there's a mask, some small packages, and a bottle. And the bin is literally here at the bus station. So I'm a little bit shocked and surprised that people are willing to throw out something and just throw it out, whatever, their car window or here at the bus station, even knowing that you could be fined with $2,000. So yeah, I don't know what to say. There is more litter than I actually remember from last time when I was here many times, like 6-7 times, but it's probably because I'm walking and paying more attention. But nonetheless, Singapore is a really nice country. When you're walking, all this greenery down here, all the trees, like it's such all nice, well kept, all these guys working constantly on it, making it look nice, cleaning up, trimming, I don't know, and therefore when you're walking there's just so more shade, and it's not the same like walking in the sun like when I was walking in Jakarta and many other places. Singapore is so green and so nice. Just passing by the National Stadium here in Singapore, which can host up to 55,000 people and has a retracting roof. So we're quite close to downtown. I could already see Marina Bay and downtown Singapore from here. It's just all these trees and everything, just kind of, you have no view towards downtown, but we're gonna be there soon. This here, believe it or not, is a major highway going to downtown Singapore with many lanes, but because there's so much greenery, so many trees, so many small bushes, flowers, it doesn't even feel like a busy highway. I have to admit, they are doing a great job. And the littering, I don't know, maybe you have to put the fines up to $10,000 for the first time, for the first timers. We are in Kallang. This is the stadium I just showed you from down before, and now I'm just have to cross the highway here. But that's an interesting story here all about Singapore. Kallang was the first civilian airport, so basically the airport was just around here from 1931 to 55, and then moved to Paya Lebar, which I walked past today too, and then even that one became too small and then moved to Changi, and even this one is too small now, so they're expanding. So that's a crazy history about some countries. They opened their first and only airport and still using it today without even a whole lot of expanding. But Singapore grew from whatever it said there in 1928 when they built the first civilian airport. Singapore had 500,000 people, and now it has around 6 million people living here in the city. And this is what Singapore has become today, a big metropolis, very successful country, more successful than some countries which are whatever hundreds of times in size and have much more people live in there, but Singapore is rocking it. Oh, by the way, this was the first tower and terminal building here in Kallang, which is crazy. Whoever has flown through Singapore knows what Changi Airport is nowadays. You get lost, it's so huge with all these terminals, taking buses between each other, metro, subway. They have trains connecting each like different terminals, and then this used to be the airport here, just like down here. It's insane, and they still have it here. But yeah, so Singapore is a small country, but 6 million people live here, and it's a city-state, so there is actually, Singapore is the capital city of itself, so it's basically a city, but more successful than many countries. It's the Kallang River, which is the longest river in Singapore with only 10 kilometers. And here we're getting into the downtown core with all the buildings, the tallest skyscrapers here, and Marina Bay Sands over there. And I think the tallest building here is 290 meters. That's as tall as they're allowed to build, so no more. That's for now, until they figure out a solution with their air traffic. This is gonna be it. Not gonna be like Kuala Lumpur, not gonna be like Jakarta, not like Shanghai. For now, that's it. It's the Arab neighborhood here, or quarter in Singapore, next to the Sultan Mosque. This was the place where I came to Singapore first time 13 years ago, and stayed here in this neighborhood. Came eating some of these places, Lebanese or I don't know, which I remember were kind of very expensive because it's very, very touristy. See all the souvenirs and shops and people coming to see this famous mosque built around 100 years ago. It's quite a sight, but again, very expensive. I'd rather just go eat at a Indian or Chinese like hawker place. I've been many times in Singapore, 6, 7, 8 times, I don't even know anymore. But it's the first time actually that I see the Parliament building that I'm walking by now. This is the Parliament of the Republic of Singapore, and behind there is the financial district, basically, with all the banks. And when I was a child, back in the 90s, I remember this building, the UOB building, and there were not this many, but 3, 4 of them were standing. And I always kind of had a dream to come traveling to Asia, come see all these places, Tokyo, Singapore, Hong Kong. And I've been to many of them already. Parliament. It's very nice. So, always wanted to see Asia, and now I spend so much time in Asia. Kind of having an Asian wife, of course, makes it coming to Asia even more often. When I came to Singapore for the first time in 2013, I took a cruise here on the Singapore River, which you can do, and go out to the Marina Bay. And the guy told me that, or told us that here was, because this harbor here had the shape of a carp, and in Chinese culture it's believed that a carp brings like financial luck. So this place here was even back then settled by the Chinese businessmen, and building all these houses at the belly of the carp to be successful and running good businesses. So even later on in modern Singapore, all the banks are kind of at the belly of the carp to have financial success and running the financial district, basically where the Chinese started hundreds of years ago. Behind me is the iconic Merlion of Singapore, and everybody's here to take a picture. So many people. Everybody wants to come here, take a picture with the Merlion, get the best spot, take a selfie, and with Marina Bay Sands. When you come to Singapore, you can't miss this spot. So that's why you probably can't even get a nice spot to have it just for yourself. Anyways, gonna go down to Marina Bay Sands. Continue walking. Welcome to the Marina Bay Sands. I was here 2013, and I think not too long before that the Marina Bay Sands opened. And when I came here, I wanted to sleep in that hotel, which was about, I think, 250 euro, let's say, something like this. And I decided differently, because I found out that I can just go up there and have a really good dinner or lunch for that probably same amount of money, but I enjoyed more being up there and having dinner, enjoying the view at downtown Singapore, than taking a room for 2 nights and you're basically all the time outside anyway. So, and now I looked up, these days I think it's around 600 euro, so crazy expensive. So I don't think I will go up there anymore. If I didn't go back then, I won't now. Anyways, if you want to come up here, this observation deck, there's a restaurant. That's how it worked back then. You go to the reception, you say you want to eat, and then you get access to go up there to the restaurant. Maybe you can just even drink something, I'm not quite sure, and you enjoy the view. You can't use the infinity pool though, but depends on what you want and how much money you want to spend. We are in Chinatown, and one of the most famous Hindu temples in the city is actually in Chinatown. It's kind of funny, and you see all the decoration for Chinese New Year. And one of the main sites in Chinatown is a Hindu temple. That's how it is here in Singapore and Malaysia. Very interesting. And if you want to come and eat some Chinese food, then you obviously come to Chinatown. I remember last time when I was here, we had some really delicious Chinese noodles. You can probably just look it up. I don't remember where this place is, because this is just they're selling some souvenirs and whatever, just some stuff, but I don't see the restaurants. Must be 1 block further away, but it is really delicious. And now all of a sudden I feel like back in Jakarta. We are still
we can still see some of the high-rise buildings in the financial districts. This is here Chinatown behind, and then there's a chicken with her chicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So funny. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm in, Indonesia. Who would have thought that there's little chicks, some other chickens, here in downtown Singapore. It's getting dark, Singapore. It's 7:30. I've been walking for 12 and a half hours. Let's say 12. I had a lunch break. But still a little bit to go. This company here, Grab, I've been using so much in Indonesia, and I think now I know where their headquarters is here in Singapore. Again, just happened to walk by. It's so interesting when you're just walking and walking. I even walked by this kind of funny, actually amazing looking building. It's here in Singapore, quite new, and I did see some videos but even forgot about it, and today I just happened to walk by. I was not that close, but I saw it. It's I'm not sure how it's called, the Interlace. Very nice building, amazing, looks so amazing. It's actually interesting, it's only 8 p.m. and there's nobody on the streets, nobody on the sidewalks. The streets are mostly empty. Where are all these people? Everybody at home, nobody going anywhere. For some reason I have a feeling that this is kind of like some business district too, and a school district, a lot of schools, like sports, like complexes, centers. But yeah, I don't know, just weird. At 8 at night, hardly anything going on. The odd car, and then when you're in Jakarta, it's still craziness at 8. I made it to Jurong East to be exact. 55.3 kilometers, 14 hours. I'm so tired, I tell you. Now I just have to go to the subway, get up there and catch my train back to the city. Walking in Singapore is it's better than Jakarta. One thing I like, there are no dogs. I have not seen any loose dogs around, not even one. There are a couple dogs, they like people going for a walk with them, but no wild dogs like in Kuala Lumpur where you have to be worried. One thing I don't like is this constant red light for pedestrians, and then if you come late and you don't press the signal here, the light is not even gonna turn green. So in very busy intersections, mostly you arrive when the cycle is already kind of dialed in, so when you press it you have to wait long, could be even like, I don't know, I feel like it's 5 minutes. It's annoying. So I've been walking through red lights all day long just because it would add up too much to my walk. So this is something annoying, and there are no bicycle lanes in Singapore. For a country which is so developed like Singapore, nowadays in any developed country you have bicycle lanes everywhere. Singapore, I have not seen even one. Like even here there's nothing. It's just cars and sidewalks, but the sidewalks are being used by bicycles, by electric scooters, like whatever. Anything which is moving is riding on the sidewalk, so it makes it annoying too, because yeah, you just have to, especially now when it's dark, you always have to turn around and pay attention to what's going on, because yeah. But otherwise, yeah, was actually cool. Was a good way to explore the city, lots to see. Not as adventurous as Jakarta and some other cities in Southeast Asia, but still cool to see. See, like I said, It's bicycles on the sidewalks all the time, and the red light, still the red light. So let's get across the red light here, and we're gonna go to the train. The train is coming. Just the second I got up to the platform, train is here. Get on the train, and I know I'm gonna get cold because I'm so sweaty, and now when I'm gonna be inside, the air conditioning is blasting probably on 16 degrees, and I'm gonna be sick. But nonetheless, can't wait to be at the hotel and have a shower.